Another day, another video. Welcome back to the channel, everybody. Today we are watching Legacies. This is episode 6 of season 3. Hopefully guys have enjoyed the first 5 episodes of this season, as well as the first 2 seasons that have been uploaded to the channel. If you've not checked them out, I highly recommend it. They've been really exciting. We are really picking up with the story in season 3. You know, Josette, she wants to leave, obviously, the Salvatore school and join Mystic Falls High School. She wants to try and be a normal schoolgirl, which is interesting. She was going to go there for a tour around the school, and then she was hesitant, and she was like, right, I'm actually not going to do it, you know, because she was trying to think of her sister, because her sister doesn't really want her to go. And again, that would have been her putting someone else before her, but she thought, you know what, sack it, I'm just going to go on a tour, see how it goes. Her tour guide was a young female, and she was really into her, you know. She's getting really excited. She said, I think this is the school for me, I'm loving it, this is what I needed. The girl was like, well, I'm surprised you even noticed the school, because the whole time you've just been staring at me. And she was like, well, you know what, I'll come back to the school if I can sit next to you at the lunch table, you know. And then they was getting like, they had a little decent connection, mate. And Josie was taking the steps as well. She was well confident. I like it. And the girl was like, all right then, I'll see you at lunch. So that was interesting. Possible little love interest going on there. That's what I really like about Josette, because obviously she is bisexual. You never know like who she's going to go for, which keeps you on your toes, and it's really interesting. Obviously Lizzie as well, she was trying to deal with Josette possibly leaving, and she needed MG's help. She went into like the prison world, so to speak, and she was using it as an excuse to like, let's try and find Landon, but really she was trying to find any excuse to try and keep Josie there. So the whole time they was going around, they couldn't find him. On the other hand, what is it now, Hope as well, she was trying to find Landon, you know. Rick said to go inside the mystical box, go in there, deal with what you've been going through, you know. Like once you finally deal with it, you'll be able to get your answer, you'll be able to come back to the present, hopefully you feel better. When she was in there, she was going around, she was trying to find Landon. A serial killer was on the loose, kind of fitting that we're kind of in the month of October, you know, Halloween style, and he was a Michael Myers guy going around killing every single person. Hope managed to actually kill this guy right at the end, and she pulled a mask off, and it was Landon. We guessed it right, yes, it was Landon. And what he tried to say to her is, look mate, he woke up and he's like, look, have you found out what the story is yet? The story is, no matter what you do, no matter how much you try to protect people, you cannot stop the inevitable. You can't stop everybody from getting in situations that they get in. You can't save everybody's life, you know. I know you always try and be there. You're always a fantastic person for your friends, for me, for your family, but the inevitables happen. You can't protect everybody, and sadly you've got to let me go. I have passed away, you know. And her words come up like, look to us, it was, or something. And then she was reluctant to say it. She was like, nope, sack this mate, if you are actually gone and this is the last time I'm going to see you, I'm going to stay here. And but then she woke up in the present, mate. Rick pulled the plug on the box, and he was saying, I've been going around, I found a mystical object, this is another way that could possibly get Landon, we need you to pursue it, and obviously this is the best way. They done it. It sadly didn't work. She was gutted. She threw it into the lake. She said, look mate, we're going to have to move on, aren't we? You know, I've come to the conclusion that he is gone. Well, actually, for us anyway, we were seeing that he isn't actually gone, because we seen a scene in MALIVORE where he stood there in the darkness with Hope's necklace wrapped around his wrist, the M for Michelson, and then there was a glowing white door at the end, and he walked down and he opened it, and that was the last we seen of Landon. But that is obviously a big indication that he is not dead, even though Hope and everybody thinks he's in the present, which is exciting, because now we're going to get a story of what's in MALIVORE. Maybe we see Clark again, and we see other people down there, and when he does come back into the present, are everybody going to remember him? We don't know. We see it every time somebody goes in MALIVORE and comes back out, everybody forgets, just like when Hope come back at the start of this episode. Nobody could remember who she was, and she had to explain it again, like always. With MG, you know, he was supposed to be with Alyssa, going to a pool party with Caleb, with Jed, and obviously Alyssa. Now, obviously, because he was tied up with Lizzie for a little bit, Caleb was like, look, bro, I'll go first, you know, I'll meet you there, I'll let you know how it's going, and then obviously you can come. As he got there, who was there? Jed, naked, coming outside to get like a pizza or something. So obviously Alyssa's just playing both of them. She's been with Jed, she's been with MG. So Do you know what? This is the best option for me because I want MG to be with Lizzie, and Lizzie expressed to him as well in this episode she liked him, but he didn't get the hint, mate. He thought she was talking about something else. It's like, God's sake, MG. So this is again another exciting thing that we've got potentially to look forward to. So I mean, there's loads of stuff going on, loads of relationships building, and loads of stories to possibly go down. So I can't wait to see today's episode. If you guys enjoy it, please smash a like. It really helps out the channel. Subscribe if you're new, and as always, let's jump into episode 6 of season 3 of Legacies. Oh, he's come back. I did love the 80s or something, don't they? Like the flashback sort of style. It's funny how he's working in an ice cream shop again, though.
I have something for you.
Why is this thing covered in algae?
Because I just fished it out of the lake.
You made me lunch?
And put all your supplies in here. There's a cell phone and some cash in the front pocket. It's gonna be tough at first, Joe. You're joining in the middle of a semester, but you'll find your place.
Now you're making me nervous.
You're gonna be fine.
Well, first of all, I like how it looks like he's not give up on Landon, even though he said to Hope that we need to move on, and she agreed it as well. Second of all, that packed lunch here, even though I do like how he made it, that bag was tiny, and that looks like it was for like Pedro, mate, not for Joseph. And second of all, I would have ate that on the bus on the way to school.
All right, commence Operation Rescue Hope from herself. I know that you don't want to hear this right now.
I had a whole speech. I'm sure it was amazing, but I'd rather not talk right now. Let's do anything.
When MJ and Alyssa hooked up, I wanted to crawl into a hole for days. All I'm asking for is one shift. I think it would be a good distraction for both of us.
Josie's first day.
Handling it with a surprising amount of dignity.
I'm not talking to anyone.
Be so many of them, you'll hardly be able to hear yourself think. Welcome to the Salvatore School. Does anyone have any questions? Or, how they got?
Well, as a student.
We had a mid-semester break. They'll be back any minute, and this place will fill up real fast.
Semester break was because the daughter of the headmaster used black magic and killed another student.
Why don't we just start the tour?
Let's be honest, right? If you went to school and they told me that I was fighting monsters and I was using my magic to like boom, boom, dominate everyone, I'd be like, this is like way better than standard school. I'm in already.
Get out! Sorry about that. Constant stream of human debris in here, forcing me to serve the humans and creatures stuck in here.
Why ice cream?
It's a long story. Finally found a passing sphinx who was able to read the inscription on the sides. Apparently, they're spelled to only come off if you do the thing you would never do. Why'd your little tribal girlfriend leave you to wander here all alone?
Hope will find a way to get me back.
I mean, she might have already moved on.
I don't even know why I'm talking to you. As far as I'm concerned, you deserve to rot in here forever.
Hypothetically speaking, on your way out of MALIVORE, you wouldn't be interested. MALIVORE left me with this, too. I can't go and find said door because I'm stuck in here. What do you say? Old-fashioned team-up.
It's like, right, just pretend you was locked away somewhere, you got kidnapped from somebody, and the person you was locked with someone you absolutely hated, mate. You would literally rather be anywhere else but with that person. But it's like, should we team up and get out of here? You're going to take it out here, you just are. So, like, this is why it's interesting. Now, he said the inscriptions on that was you got to do something that you would never do before. Or something. And what would that be for the necromancer? You know, maybe put somebody else first, you know, not kill people. You know what I'm saying? Like, his one would be really intriguing to find out.
Do you have to have another one of your yelling in the woods moments?
It's nothing, I'm fine.
As I was saying, the great room is where all the fun stuff happens. You have to picture it with the fireplace on and everybody passing through on their way to class.
Don't go yet. The other students should be here any minute.
Perfect timing.
None of the other students came back.
None of the students come back, mate. I'll be straight there, I'd love it, mate. That school's sick.
What's going on?
Oh, they're watching us, so let's just pretend that everything's fine. I received a letter from a group of concerned parents, apparently enlisting the whole school in a battle royale against the necromancer was the last straw. Well, without those tuition checks coming in, we can't afford all the teachers, so one problem at a time. I will handle the parents. Meanwhile, this tour needs to work out.
Can you hear what they're saying?
Oh, yeah. Say I'm in trouble. Mini field day, what you got, MG? Right. It convinced me to start putting myself first. Alyssa broke my heart, so if I'm being honest with myself, I need a minute.
He does so,
No,
doesn't
thank
he?
you. No.
He's just not a bad timing, man.
We had to memorize the Salvatore Charter in 3rd grade. Mystic Falls requires us to have a certain number of students to be considered a school.
That's actually interesting, man. Need to get Josette back. Like, have to. Oh,
Dorian!
Dorian, mate.
Are you teaching here now?
I'm the new principal.
Fortunately, your dad told me there was an opening here.
Well, I'm glad you're here and thank you for this.
Oh, hey, welcome back.
No sudden moves. Our werewolf pack is as legendary as they are dangerous.
1,000!
Nice, guys.
Jed, our alpha.
Is this the whole pack?
At Salvatore, we pride ourselves on having a high wolf to alpha ratio.
We play a lot of dodgeball.
Thanks, Hope. Okay, what the hell was that? You look like you're about to explode.
It's nothing. I'm fine. I can control it, I swear. This is my home. I can't stand by and lose that too.
Have you fallen in love?
Done it.
And then murdered them?
Of course. We're only open from 8 till 5, technically. I spent all night dreading the next day. The freezer's always locked. Trying to drive me insane!
You remember what he said about when he made you human last time? He's trying to teach you a lesson. The customer's always right. He wants you to humiliate yourself in front of the human debris. What's worse torture than hiding something in plain sight?
That was good.
If you happen to know, clap your hands.
Oh, I think it has to be louder.
Oh, God.
If you're happy and you know it, then your face will surely show it. Clap your hands. You wonderful boy.
You always get people like that, don't you, mate? No matter how much, somebody helps you or, like, guides you or gets you out of a tricky situation, they always stick to being the badder. That's why you never trust, like, films where, like, I don't know, there's a drug guy or something and you got all these right-hand men and they think they're untouchable, but really, the drug lord's only in it for himself, isn't he, mate? He doesn't care who you are. You might think you're part of his crew, but you're not. You're nothing, really. And that is literally what you find. It's like Lord Voldemort, pretty much, yeah? All them Death Eaters thought that they was part of his crew, but if he had to just go boom and kill you, he would have. Even Bellatrix, mate. He would have took her out and Lucius just like that, not even bothered if he had to. Oh, they tied them together.
By the way, I lied about our little deal. Malivore wants to torture me by giving me a key. Gate patch that's probably not even there. I have a better escape plan. You.
I can't escape this place.
You were right about Hope. She is her father's daughter. And she'll do whatever it takes.
Can't seem to get away from you. Sorry, is the seat taken? Belongs to my lab partner. But the position is currently open.
Really nice, and the teachers have been really helpful. I honestly didn't expect to feel so.
What's that?
Just a letter from my sister telling me not to worry about her. Sorry.
Oh, that's upset her.
I'm sorry.
Hey, man. Can I grab you for a second? Yeah, I just want to apologize for,
Hooking up with his girlfriend? Wait, I don't actually like playing D&D. Just because I read comic books doesn't mean I have no dignity at all. And Jed, that's not my job to make you feel better about being a jerk.
Going down that avenue where, you know, he says all this stuff. It's like one of them things, like, do you know when Elena killed the hunter? I can't remember now. It's like she thought it'd make her feel better by doing something, and then after the actions are done, you realise that it wasn't a good idea. And that's the same here. He feels like right now he's probably feeling, oh, it's great, mate. I'm gonna get all this out. At the end, he's gonna be thinking, you know what? That's not me, mate. I need to go back to the old MG. But I'm not gonna I don't obviously love that side of him, this one here. But I am fascinated to see what we do in this episode. If it starts going a long way, I don't know, making people a bit upset or something, then I wouldn't like that, because I'm a massive fan of the original MG. And mainly it is because he's always positive, and when everybody's down, he's still trying to find a good solution. Do you know what I'm saying? So even when you think yourself, there's no way out of this, he's like, come on, Super Squad, let's go, we're going to do it. And that is the MG that I like. But if we're going to get him here just going to be this one for an episode? I'm interested to see.
This is not 30 students, it's 30 names. You have Landon and Raphael listed on there.
This is a disaster. All right, the tour is bleeding students. We gotta pull out all the stops.
A lot of really great moments happen here that you wouldn't assume just by looking at it. This is where we eat together. We have our assemblies here, birthday parties. This is where some of our students discovered their powers for the first time. And
Love you, Pope Michael's.
Everyone's gonna be fine.
It's not your fault.
Just give her a minute. It's 2 of these 3 to register just as soon as they, regain consciousness.
I'll have the witch with the cool accent.
Actually, you two didn't see, but she was kind of robbing me, so go in and seal the deal.
Ew.
No matter how annoying she is, just go along with it, okay?
I'm not wasting my energy looking for some mythical door that's probably not even there.
Is there any inscription or anything on the key? Lizard breeze. Yeah, they're a company. They make appliances like refrigerators and coolers and
Oh, the one that he couldn't open.
That was a drill?
Yeah, sure, whatever. But enough about the school. Let's talk about you.
Is she all right?
Yeah, of course. The Salvatore School is one of the safest places to be.
What happens if we do not register?
We're good. We're good.
Said the man who took the time to light candles. Playing is not unpleasant.
So, Gunther, this sounds like a perfect match.
My guardians are from an old vampire line. They taught me about history and my family tree. Several of us were murdered by a vampire hunter. I'm glad we get this time alone, headmaster.
The witch who went to my old school warned me this place was run down. I think you know her, Penelope. She has a lot of opinions. Penelope said that the best part about the school was your sister Josie. If this school is so great, why isn't she here?
Fine, don't go here. Just leave us behind and go off and find yourself in the human world.
I don't think that was about me.
No, she deserved it anyway because she was being a little turd.
I miss being in a studio. I was always more of a sculptor, though. There is a game my sisters and I used to play. I do not know you, but I know there is something inside you that is powerful.
Sworn to vengeance, blood oath. I totally get it. Here's why I think the Salvatore School can still be a good fit.
My God, just stake me. You're not fit to be the headmaster here. Nothing could ever change that.
He's not fit to be the headmaster here. Yeah, he was the one that created the school. Yeah, clearly he is fit to be it. Now, this guy, obviously, it's interesting that he's possibly, Rick has killed his family or something. He's a vampire hunter. So, I mean, I get, like he said, blood oath. I get that. It's cool. But look at this brochure. But yeah, Rick's definitely fit to, he's created a safe environment. Well, but he definitely cares about them now. And obviously, he's never going to see that side of it because he's not going to give him a chance. So that's going to be his loss. Like he said, staking Rick, just put him out of his misery. Do you know what I mean? But it's interesting. They need numbers. Who they're going to get, they need 2 new names now. Josette is an easy name. I know it's not ideal, but you need her right now. I have no idea who the second one would be. Is Alyssa on there? I don't know. Who else could they get to bring in to be part of the school? I actually physically don't know. Can they take a human? I'm sure they could take a human on. I would just get somebody and I would just compel them and just take them on and then just get them to forget until just so they've got the numbers.
Couldn't figure out the cafeteria's labyrinthine social order?
I prefer this.
Why aren't you in there with the football team?
Besides, I saw someone who could use a friend. Even when it's hard, I know that Maya would kick my butt if I stopped trying.
Don't you ever feel guilty about how you stayed behind when they left?
Yeah, for a while. Then I remembered what they want most is me to be happy.
I see my friends in trouble, and even though I'm trying to help them, I'm just making it worse. I know I'm supposed to start moving forward, but I don't know how.
May I ask you something? If it is so painful, why not just leave?
I don't know who I would have become if it weren't for the school. It's a place where it's safe to be yourself.
Hey, that's a sick answer, that.
You are the first person here who has been honest with me. And how would a new student go about signing up?
He's not gonna...
Yes. Malivore hid it in plain sight, that cheeky bastard.
Wait, how's he got it off the pole? Oh, what the hell? See, how did he get his hands unwrapped then? He wrapped it around the post.
Any parents that I should talk to?
No, it is just me.
Not anymore. A certain student made me realize this school isn't nearly as bad as I thought it was.
This is my friend Gabby. We've been playing an online D&D campaign for years, and we finally got to meet in person.
That's well interesting, mate. Check where he's saving a day.
I came on too strong with the locker and the flirting.
It was honestly one of the best days I've had in a really long time.
My family was pretty screwed up. I've been on my own a couple years now. And you know what the hardest part was? Feeling guilty that I was the one who got out. You'll get there. Just take it one step at a time.
Mate, I want some Salvatore clothes, mate. I think they're sick.
Lizzie, I am getting rid of the things that remind me of Alyssa.
I'm worried that Josie is gonna go off and have this new, amazing life and forget all about me. Can I come in and read some comic books or something?
No. Not that I don't like hanging out with you. If you keep searching for someone to fill this void, you end up putting your happiness in other people's hands.
Man, he's gives some good advice in a sad sitch.
You're right. I'd have made some sort of stupid mistake, like have sex or something. So it's good.
Oh god. No. I like that situation. These are definitely gonna be together. I like it. I gutted that he stood up to her, but I'm also happy that he said the right thing. That can't be their dynamic. Yeah, he can't. There is a lot of people in real life that like put like hardcore like want somebody and like they know it, but they won't be with them. And then when something goes bad to them, they'll crawl back because they know they're always there, and it's just an easy fallback consistently because they know they got somebody who likes them. Now, that person that's always the fallback person, man, even though it's so hard to say, no, that's it, mate, I'm not doing it anymore, you know? I care too much for you and yourself, and your happiness is your own choice, you know? You have to search for it yourself. It's good what he said. I really enjoyed it. I'm also gutted at the same time because it's teasing me now for so long, and I just pray that they do end up getting together. But, you know what, I'm happy for MG there. It was good. It was really funny, that.
I've been trapped in an alternate dimension for what feels like forever, and I have no idea how to get out.
See, this would be sick, right?
So
if
she
it was
figures out
Penelope's
some way
pen.
to save me, there's a pretty good chance I'm never getting home. Somewhere in this prison world is a way back, and I'm not waiting around for someone else to find me.
That was interesting, actually. It was good, that. I kind of like it. Now, I think it would have been sick if they connected it with the Penelope pen, where he writes it and it goes in a diary and people can see it. But, you know, I thought this was pretty good. I really enjoyed that scene at the end with MG and Lizzie. And now, I know they're definitely teasing us. I've got to say, I will be definitely disappointed if they don't end up being a thing. I am appreciative of a long game, because sometimes these people that are like Landon and Hope, it's like, mate, if they didn't get together, they're too close. They're too much a relationship already for them not to be a relationship. Where this is like slow builder. Do you know what I mean? Good banters here and there, and then when it happens, kind of like Stephen and Caroline, yeah, you rooted for it the whole time, you know, like, because you can see them progressing. Where like Hope and Landon, it was instantly felt like a couple straight away, and it's like the longer it went, it would have just been not make sense. Where these, it's interesting. It's going and getting closer and closer and closer. But, like, again, when it's about to happen, it goes away. When it's about to happen, it goes away again. It's like, oh, God's sake, man. But it's quite funny both times that it's happened. So, yeah, it does make me laugh that. You know, I'm actually happy for Josie as well, man. She looks like she's having a good time. I just hope that she doesn't leave everybody behind in the school. But I am actually all for new characters being introduced. So if it does mean that she's at the school and she's in the show as much, and we get more of, is it called Ethan? I don't even know, the QB, and this female here, then, you know, that's really good. That's 2 extra characters introduced. We got this 2 again signed up for the school, 2 more introduced. That's possibly 4 that we can go down. We give Jed more lines this season. He feels kind of like a new character. That's 5. I want Raphael to come back. You know, I don't know what he's doing. Not like, what are you doing, Raphael? But like, why they decided to write him off like all of last season and then out of this season. I mean, if he's, I'm assuming he's filming something. I don't really know, but I thought him and Landon was good together. I like how he was always, you know, ride or die, you and me, wherever you go, I go. Now, obviously, I mean, he's disappeared. Landon's disappeared, you know, you go, I go, fitting. But again, I wish that he was back in the present in the school, because I do enjoy all their storylines together, and I think he did get on well with other characters as well. But I thought today was good, it was interesting. I like the Malivore interactions with the Necromancer, and he can still get out as well, man. That box is not locked, he can just jump down and get in that world as well. There's nothing to say that he cannot do that. It wouldn't make any sense. Like, the door's there, he could get in, it's a path, it takes him to another dimension. But also, need explaining, how did Landon get his hand took off that bar? He wrapped it around it and tied it up, and then 1 second later it was off and he was strangling him. Not too sure about that one, might be reading into it a bit too much, but yeah, it was interesting anyway. And now he's put the note on the fence, it's ripped off. I feel like the note's going to disappear, but the piece of paper that's on the hook might be found in the actual real world, and then we'll go from there to to find out Landon is still alive. So it's really, really good. Okay, and that's going to wrap up episode 6 of Legacies season 3. Hopefully guys enjoyed it. So right at the very end again, it was kind of teased with Lizzie and MG. That was really funny when she was like, oh yeah, you're right, we are vulnerable. Last time she was vulnerable, she ended up going to have sex with Raphael, didn't she? And she was like, and we could have come in here, we could have done something, you know, that we might not want to do, and had sex. And MG's gone from, oh shit. Do you know what I mean? It's just really funny, but it's actually a really interesting side of him saying no and telling people his actual feels. Now, like I said, I actually don't mind him doing this until we get to a point where it starts like changing his character, because I'm a big fan of MG original character, because I said it in the episode that he is usually the one when people are down, he's always upbeat. When people have given up, he's not. He's got the super squad, you know, he's always there for people. When Liz is down, he's there. When she needs him, he is there. Yeah, okay, that does fit with exactly what he's just said to her there, that he can't always be the fall guy. When she picks somebody else like Sebastian and then he disappears, oh, MG will be there, he'll just accept me. And he does accept her because he really, really likes her. But at what point do you have to think of yourself and think, you know, it's not kind of healthy for me always waiting on somebody else? And that is kind of the approach that he's just taken. But from our side, we have seen that Lizzie has told Joseph that she likes him now. We have seen again a conversation in this episode with Hope, where she said, you're trying to compare Landon's death for you not realizing that MG was a good guy, you know. Again, she went to tell MG that she liked him, but he was kissing Alyssa, and she was going to do it again, but it was bad timing. Can I come in? You know, no. He's just not falling into place. But what it is doing, it's building a slow tease, which is really good. You know, we did get the Malivore, you know, carry on from last episode. Sometimes we don't actually do that, we just have a total new episode with stuff going on and we don't really go back until a few, but we did carry on. It was a necromancer who was there in the sweet shop, the ice cream shop again, and it was kind of like what Malivore done the first time, give him a second chance of being normal. And yeah, he had to do something to get rid of the chains that he would never do, and that is sing a song when people tip him. It's really interesting that he hated it the first time, hated it this time. But like I said, he got the chains off, found the key, unlocked it, found the pit, tied Landon up. Landon somehow got out, wrapped it around his neck, proper clocked him out, mate. It's kind of like when Greta took Josh out, all the bloody hands, and then he's dived into the pit. He's gone into another alternate reality. It reminds me of what is it, The Boys, mate. You know, when they go in to, is it The Boys? Totally forgot now. No, Umbrella Academy. When they go into the apocalypse and you've got 5 and it's all burnt down and the future is just literally in flames. That's what that kind of looked like. I wonder if anybody's in this world as well. Like I said, the necromancer could, in my opinion, just get in there as well and come down and be in that. And you know, what is the actual way out? I think the only way you could possibly get out of any of these worlds that we've actually seen is through the Malivore pit, which should be in this world. It actually should. You know, it's been consistent. It was in Kai's world after, you know, it was tied into the Vampire Diaries pretty much. So yeah, we was in there and you had the Ascendant and you could get out using Bonnie's Bloody Ascendant, and obviously a supernatural like event like a supernova, or you could get in the Malivore pit, which we didn't know they was there. We've seen the Ketsia headstone as well being used before. I think that it's in there somewhere. If he can find the Malivore pit again, he could probably get in it, but I don't know what dimension he's going to come out in. Hope looks like she's made a new friend in somebody that signed up to the school. Like I said, we've got another second person signed up as well. They've got enough students now to meet the school limit, so to speak, because many people don't want to come back now because of all the stuff that's been going on. Where personally, I think that's great, mate. If I was going to a school and I had loads of powers, I would want to be using them. I'd want to be fighting monsters. I think that it'd be really good. Like, why would you want to go to a normal school and live a boring normal life? You know, you'd want to go and be in all the action, doing all your special stuff. So I think that they made a bad choice not going. I thought Rick was kind of funny this episode. You know, you could tell he was panicking, but he's trying to put on a brave face. I'm really enjoying Lizette, to be honest, and how her character is progressing in this season. You know, I've always been a big fan of the Saltzmans. If I'm being totally honest, Josette obviously got my favourite last season. I thought Lizette was quite close in the running, but I thought she obviously like stole it a little bit with the dark magic and just with the acting that I never thought that she could actually do, to be honest. Like, and that was no disrespect to her. I thought she just picked it up, and I think that Lizette's obviously had a good season, just carried on, and Josette's obviously going to Mystic Falls. Looks like she's getting in a relationship with this girl, but I don't know if they're slowly teasing us with the QB. Like, I feel like they're gonna pull a fast one on us, and she's gonna actually date the guy. I don't know why, but I feel like it. I just don't know why we're introducing him, so to speak, like, unless he's going to play a factor. If he's just going to be a friend, that's fine as well. Let's just get him in a bit more, you know, because he was in last season and we kind of brought him back and pushed everyone else away because his sister was in it, but she's no longer, but they've kept him because she broke his arm. I don't know if, like, she might feel bad for him and, like, give him a bit of attention because she was the one that ruined his chances of getting a scholarship and leaving the Mystic Falls area. Like how Dorian now is the head teacher of the school, you know, that's going to be really interesting. It was nice to see him back anyway, and you know, I'm excited to see if Emma's in it as well. You know, she did convince him to come back to the school and Rick put in a word for him, but I mean, it'd be good if we could see Rick and him back because they was a good team. So I'm excited to see how Landon goes, if the note that he's put on the fence gets found by Hope or somebody at the school, if Lizette you know, ends up getting in the relationship with MG, or if MG comes running after her the next episode after what she's just told him, and then obviously how Josette and this new female character progress, and if she actually stays and enjoys herself at the school, or if she realises, you know, it's just like a honeymoon phase where it's really exciting and she gets in, she don't really like it, and she decides, you know, I'm much better off being a witch. It would have been you know, I don't know if it'd be a bit better if she has like a witchy powers in the school, and then like obviously if someone's picking on her, she can, like, you know, like do something to him, or ping ping ping, you know what I mean, and like do a bit of magic here and there. But yeah, right now she's a fully fledged human, so to speak. She's got no powers at all, just like her mum did when she put it inside that knife. So again, it's going to be interesting to see how her life like plays out in the Mystic Falls, and how the new characters are introduced, or if they're going to be utilised at all, or if they was just used as fillers for numbers in this episode. So thanks so much, everybody. Hopefully you guys enjoyed today's episode, and if you did, please smash a like, it really helps out. Subscribe if you're new, and as always, I will catch you in the next one. Cheers, guys.